Hello, StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is a game between GAMETIME and Smile on Newkirk Precinct. In the bottom left side of the map, we have the red Zerg player. It is GAMETIME from eSloth, which is the Sloth Esports Club, formerly Team Ascension. And in the bottom right side of the map, we have the blue Terran player. It is Smile from My Insanity. So two excellent organizations going head-to-head here at the GM level on the ladder. I just have to imagine that at GM you come up against pro after pro after pro, people associated with organizations you dream of being a part of. All right, so this was sent to me over Twitter. At Falcon Paladin on Twitter. I'm very easy to find. I post links to all of my casts there. I post interesting stuff that's happening in my day. I retweet Twitter or Twitch streams that people would be interested in watching, including Beyond, including Patience, including several others. The good ones are the ones that I'll throw out there for my followers to get a glimpse into. Regardless, this is a ZVT here today between these two players. Hatch first, out of GAMETIME, no fear from the 3-rack sweeper for him. No, and I'm also on Facebook. This reminds me, on Facebook at Falcon Paladin, super easy to find as well. I posted a link, a Twitch clip, actually, from a game between Solar and Beyond, where it was a 3-rack sweeper opening from Beyond. Speedlings came out for Solar. You think they'd do well? No, the control on display by Beyond. The KD8 charges sent those lings flying. They're getting shot. I think Beyond lost like a Reaper in the process of holding this off. Anyway, if you want to see it, it's on my Facebook page at Falcon Paladin. Very easy to find and look at. Very awesome SC2 clips. SC2 clips there. Again, links to some of my casts, other interesting stuff you are probably interested at the same time. All right, so a Reaper is on the way for Smile against a Zerg opponent, which it makes sense. I'm not gonna say that's weird. It is weird against Protoss, but against Zerg it is still fairly a standard maneuver. All right, Reaper name. This Reaper's name is Dr. Boom. KD8 charges and a backpack that shoots fire are perfect. Dr. Boom bait. Yes, Dr. Boom, a card from Hearthstone. What is it? Legends of Warcraft, something like that. I play Hearthstone quite a bit, actually. It's just easy for a quick game, 5 minutes, 6 minutes. Sometimes they're longer, but they're very quick most of the time. Dr. Boom was a card that cost, what was it? 7 mana for a 7/7 Dr. Boom, plus 2 Boom bots, which are 1/1 bots that upon their deaths, they will send anywhere from 1 to 4 damage to an enemy chosen at random. It was an amazingly powerful card. It is no longer in Standard, which makes many people happy. But Dr. Boom's doing pretty well here. These lings want him dead. He's not dead yet. He's got a kill to his name. He's killed 1 of these Zerglings, but the Queen is now out. Third base coming up for GAMETIME in the midst of all this harassment. He doesn't care. He doesn't care at all what is coming from that Reaper. He's going to expand. Hellions on the way for Smile, and a Starport coming in for Smile as well. So this gets scouted by GAMETIME. He sees what's coming in here. Sees the Starport and the barracks and the factory. There's obviously an expansion for Smile. I'm not sure that GAMETIME sees that. He does not. He doesn't know it's there, but again, it's a Reaper expand. The expand part is kind of just speaks for itself. You have any more kills there? Nope, Dr. Boom does not. Does not. So anyway, Dr. Boom now lives in what's called the Wild section of Hearthstone, which is not what tournament players play, which is not what a lot of people play, which is just standard, the cards that are just part of the current meta. And so he lives in Wild, where all the cards are, and man, he is good. He is so good out there. Viking on the way for Smile. Is he meching this thing? We've seen him mech against Zerg before. He played a game against Neuro a couple weeks ago. Might put a link to that in the top right. Or just search for Smile on my channel. I think I maybe have 3 or 4 of his games, period. Maybe you'll see more, and maybe not. We have a Roach Warren on the way from GAMETIME. He recognizes this is something of a mech build, so it would be nice to have some Roaches against the early stuff from this Terran player. Anyway, Roaches do very well against Hellions. Ravagers actually a little bit better. I wonder if he'll upgrade them to Ravagers as possible. So Lings and a Queen trying to defend against 4 Hellions and a Reaper here at the third base. Doing fairly well, shoving them away, losing some HP off the Queen and off this hatchery, but the Hellions and the Reaper, not great against those things. Not good against Queens or hatcheries or buildings in general. KD8 charge, pushing those Lings back. Again, on creep is where the Lings want to be. Off creep, the Hellions have a distinct advantage, especially with that KD8 charge available from the Reaper. So good opening here for Smile, just forcing a little bit of fear into the Zerg player, not allowing the Zerg player to expand at will. And again, really wants to kill this Queen. KD8 charge does knock her into the air there. Animation reused from the Phoenix Lift is what the general consensus is there. More Hellions on the way for Smile, taking a third base here as well. This just seems so risky. So risky. If GameTime just made like 60 lings, I think that would be game. Honestly, I do. This is not a wall. That is not a wall at his front door. GameTime is instead droning up, going for these 3 bases, wants to beat his opponent with macro. Not with some crazy all-in off of 3 bases, but it would do so well. Look at this. There's a Marine here at the natural base. That's it. Like, I really don't know how Smile holds this. Yes, he's got Banshees. Banshees are fine against Zerglings, but they don't shoot fast enough to stop all of them. Banshee is joining the group. Cloak's being researched as well. So Banshee, I'm not sure if she's joining or if she's going to go for this main base. Trajectory seems to imply she's heading for the main base. Smile have any... Does he have a lair? He does have a lair. He does have a lair. He's got 2 evolution chambers as well. He could throw down some spore callers, but he hasn't yet. I wonder... Oh, the Banshee does have Cloak. Cloak Banshee showing up the main base. Oh, wonderful timing. Here out of Smile, going after these drones. Drone count is plummeting. Okay, not plummeting, but it's forcing all the drones away. A bunch of them have died so far. 3 off of that Banshee. Another one possibly, as 3 drones are left here on the gas. They did not retreat, and so they will die. Queen, again, just trying to force this Banshee away. Overseer's up for game time, so he needs to follow this Banshee around, but good job getting out of there. 6 kills, 48 to 47 Harvesters. Game time has a bit of a lead, but it is nothing massive, that's for sure. Hellions trying to sneak on here into this natural base, and Hellions going for it. I think they're dead. They're going for broke right now. They're getting right into this natural mineral line and taking out a bunch of drones here, roasting them right up, but everybody dies in the process. And I don't know. I mean, that was just to distract the Banshee here at the 3rd base? Banshee does have... Actually, that Banshee has 0 kills. This Banshee has 7 kills. Flying right over that Spore Crawler and Queen combination, though. Those 2 hit points. 2 hit points. Both Banshees are alive. Both of them are alive right now. So 10 drones have been killed. Still 62 to 52 Harvesters. Game time has been macroing extremely well. Extremely well. +1 ground carapace and +1 missile attack coming up from our Zerg player. These roaches already have Glio Reconstitution. Look at them go. Zip, 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 zip. Any more roaches on the way? I mean, that's pretty much it. I assume he'll make these into Ravagers at some point. I just don't... you gotta have some kind of anti-air. This Banshee count is up to 3 for Smile. I mean, I guess if you invest in Cloak, you gotta want to make more than 1 Banshee. That's for sure. So roaches coming into this 3rd base, gonna try to kill these mules. They recognize there are Banshees. They do not care. They're going to try to focus on as many SCVs and mules as they can. And look at them go. Are all the mules going to die? All the mules are dead. In trade, though, about 7 roaches lost their lives. I'm not sure if that was entirely worth it, but that was a lot of potential income that Smile just lost out on there. 3 Hellions trying to run into this 3rd base, but there are Speedlings. There are roaches. There are roaches with Glio Reconstitution. These roaches are dead. They are dead, and they knew it. They didn't even try to run. 4th base coming up for game time up to the north of his natural. And yeah, roach count looking pretty healthy. I mean, it's going to be... it's 18 roaches. Got a Hydralisk Den and an Infestation Pit coming up as well. Does want to get to that hive as soon as possible. Again, considering this is a meching style. Out of Smile. Hey-oh! There's a rhyme. There's a rhyme for you. Getting Tunnel. Oh, Burrow Move. Does he have Burrow? He doesn't have Burrow, but he's got Burrow Move. Which is interesting. So we'll see if he actually decides to research Burrow or just stick with the Burrow Move ability, which is useless without it. Muscular Augment's on the way for game time. He does want some Hydralisks, so a Roach Ravager Hydra composition is what we're dealing with out of our Zerg player. Pretty good against mech, especially with some Viper support with Blinding Cloud on those tanks. You can be very good, in fact, here. So Smile, I mean, he's done some harassment. He killed 7 roaches. Most of them were roaches that were at his 3rd base, though. Game time has otherwise lost 12 Lings and 10 drones with an Overseer and a couple Overlords. So not a whole lot lost here by the Zerg player thus far. Again, it's more than the Terran player, but I feel like Smile's in trouble. Roach is going for it. Not even going Ravager. Just straight up Roach. Hellbat's getting morphed in a little bit better against these roaches than Hellions are, that's for sure. Tank count is down to 1. It is down to 0. Oh, Smile is in a ton of trouble right now. SCV is forced to retreat. 2 Thors waltzing out of the natural base, though, might be enough to save the day. SCV repair on the Thors. Excellent play there by Smile. He needed something, and auto-repaired Thors was going to be the answer. Roach is retreating for their lives, but that is a lot of dead stuff. A lot of dead stuff by both players. We're looking at about 5,000 resources lost for the Zerg player and about 3,600 for the Terran, so pretty cost efficient. It is 73 to 67 Harvesters. Smile is keeping up in that worker count. He's throwing down a command center just outside his natural. I'm not sure if that's going to be a planetary fortress or what. Banshee squad has shown up at this 4th base that is just morphing in. Was that canceled once? I think, wow, these Banshees must have forced a cancel there. Canceled again. by Game Time. This Spore Crawler trying to kill them. Hydras coming in with the support of the vision from the Spore Crawler. Should be able to chase them away, and they are retreating. And taking his 4th base for like the 8th time is Game Time. Overlord's trying to retreat on back home. Might have been a bad rally or something, but there are Vikings. Are there any Vikings around, or are they all dead? There are 2 Liberators and a couple Thors, so there's some anti-air here, but not a lot. Not a lot. That's what the Liberators are for, though. Liberators are for Mutas. I was going to say, I'd pretty much just go straight Muta here, but Liberator count continues to increase. There are tanks on the way, more Hellions, plus 3 vehicle weapons at 10 minutes. On the way for Smile. Oh, that is impressive. 4th base landing for Smile before Game Time's 4th base is done. That is the power of those harassing Banshees. Did they die? I feel like they may have died. Where are you, Banshees? No, they're here. They're getting repaired. They made it back home. All right, good job. Good job, Banshees. 75 to 63 total Harvesters. Game Time has the lead, but Smile, again, at 68 Harvesters himself. He is not messing around. So Hellbat's here, soon to have +3 attack. Ooh, that is scary stuff. Tanks with +3 attack. Thors with +3 attack. SCVs mixed into the group as well. Liberators leading the way. This is what Smile does. He incorporates Liberators into his mech army to be very cost efficient, and we'll see what Game Time does here. He's got Vipers. They're sucking off energy off that extractor. Do they have time? Do they have time to get enough? I don't. For the blinding cloud, here we go. Vipers coming in and throwing the blinding cloud down. Trying to pull out of there is Smile, but there are so many Hydralisks. Hydras getting defender moded in the face. Stutter stepping forward is Game Time. He feels very confident here. This entire mech army is going to be evaporated by these Hydralisks. The blinding cloud Hydra combination was so good. So good for Game Time there. Suddenly it's 143 to 99 total supply. Game Time has a lead. Resources lost, even up a bit. Actually, Smile has now lost more with 10,000 compared to 9,000 for his opponent Zerg. And pushing in, here is Game Time. He's got +2/+2 on these Roaches and these Hydras. There are 2 tanks, a Liberator, and a handful of Hellions here. For Smile, isn't enough to deal with this many Hydras. That is going to be 21 Hydralisks there, and a Roach. Again, glass cannons are these Hydras. Only have 80 hit points, but +2 armor is going to help a little bit here. Taking down this 4th base. Planetary Fortress is it going to fall so much DPS? Yes. Yes, he gets it. But Hellion run by into the 4th base of Game Time. Roasted up so many of these drones. There's a Roach and a Hydra. And more Hydras coming in are going to save the lives of those poor roasty, toasty drones. Will the Hellions escape is the question. It looks like they very well could. Taking a bad angle there is Game Time. And 1 Hellion dies, but 2 manage to live and save the day. However, some Hydras waiting for them to come back home. Perfect positioning by Game Time. And 1 Hydra dies, and another Hydra. 2 Hellions are killed there. It is 170 to 129 total supply. Game Time has a nice lead. Again, these +2/+2 Hydras are kind of the meat of his army right now, and a lot of tanks can really change that one. There is a single Viper in the sky, again, using Consume on the 4th base to try to get enough energy for a couple blinding clouds. Hydras chasing these Hellions down, and you know the range on the Hydras really saves them, because Hellions with +3 attack do 20 damage splash versus light. Hydras only have 80 hit points. If the Hydras did not have the range that they do, which is 6 with the Muscular Augments upgrade, oh, these Hellions are a little bit trapped. Oh, there's the Concave. There's the Concave. The Blue Flame is done, though. Oh, Blue Flame is done. 25 damage per shot. Does not save these Hellions from being absolutely wiped from the face of the earth. 200 to 131 total supply. Game Time has the lead very convincingly right now. Game Time has a 5th base. Has thrown up a not a Spore Crawler, but a Spine Crawler. That's where my brain wanted to go. Hydra's pushing into this tank. Thor army. Blind Cloud taking 2 tanks out of it. Immediately, Thor count is at 4, +3 attack, doing 39 damage times 2 to these Hydralisks, essentially one-shotting them. I think they would get one shot, except for the fact they have that armor. 3rd base taken out of the ground and exploded. A lot of dead Hydras there, but Smile loses his income for his 3rd base. He's going to land his main command center there, his main orbital command there, if he can. Hydra's fighting for Game Time. I don't know about this. Again, auto-repair Thor, pretty fantastic. 39 damage times 2 is almost 80 damage per shot. Hydras only have 80 hit points. Again, with a +2 armor, it makes them a little bit more tanky. But basically one attack from a Thor almost kills a Hydralisk. Tanks in here at the same time. They do a full 34 damage per shot against anything with this +3 attack. Weapon speed 2.14. Oh, on the siege mode. And doing 85 damage per shot. Is that enough to one-shot a Hydra with +2 armor? Let's see. Let's see if we can figure that out here. Threatening this 5th base of game times. Hellions running in to kill some of them drones. Hydras, roaches at the same time. No, it looks like our tank shots enough. I can't tell, but there's so many Hydras and roaches and Ravagers going after this. No support from Vipers this time, though. Is it going to be enough? Thors are exploding. So many dead Hydras and Ravagers, and they retreat. They retreat. The 5th base for game time is under direct assault, and I don't know what can save it right now. Thors are so good against buildings. There's one tank in range of that thing. Is there actually a tank in range of that thing? I don't know. No, there's not a tank in range of that thing. So close to it, though. Oh, Queen comes in, gets exploded. Ravagers and Hydras again trying to deal with this. Corrosive Bile does take out a tank, but so quickly these dudes are just getting absolutely obliterated by these +3 tanks. 10 kills, 11 kills, 7 kills, 11 kills on this Thor. The tanks and the Thors are being incredibly cost efficient right now. Is Smile going to come back? He did manage to land his 3rd base, replanting his 3rd, which is exactly what he needed. Exactly what he needed coming into this 3rd base of game time. Handful of Hellions, or Hellbats rather. A Thor with 12 kills, 3 tanks. Is it enough to win this thing? I don't know. Game time is struggling to get out Hydras and Roaches, and I don't know if it's enough. I really don't know if it's going to be enough at this point. He keeps wandering in range of these tanks, and they are one-shotting these Hydras. That is so huge. Right now, Corrosive Biles do take out a tank. There are still 2. There are still some Hellions. This Thor is still kicking trash. 18 kills on that Thor with the +3 attack. 3rd base might be it. Might be all she wrote right now. Some Hydras coming in to try to save it, but again, every shot from a cannon, from a Crucio shot cannon off of that tank kills him. The 3rd base is toast. Game time still has his 4th. He still has that mining base there. Is it going to be enough to get the army that he needs? I really feel like he needs Vipers. He did so much better when he had Vipers in his army, but he is struggling for both gas and minerals right now. Liberator joining the party for Smile, exploding all of these creep tumors, pushing that creep back, not allowing game time to have the vision and the speed that he wants. Smile, long distance mining from his 4th base, going to try to replant that. Well, he's got the Zerg player on his back foot right now. And Ravagers coming in from game time. Defender mode circles set up from Smile in the front of these tanks, in the front of these Hellbats. Another Liberator joins the party as well. SCVs here. Oh, the auto repair. Did the auto repair turned on? I don't know that they actually do, but they're here to repair anyway. 3 Liberators. Nope, just the 2. Tanks are dying, but Liberators taking shots, getting exploded as well. This Thor up to 23 kills, doing so well against the Roaches. Are there enough Roaches to take this thing down? Ravagers and Roaches against Hellions, and this Thor. Thor is 26 kills, and that is it. Oh, that is it. Game time is defeated, and Smile is victorious using mech against Zerg. This is working. This is working at the GM level, you guys. I know I see some comments every once in a while that mech's not viable in StarCraft 2 at the higher levels, you know? I mean, we don't see it a lot at the pro level, but GM level, I mean, this is working. This is working extremely well for Smile. It is 34,000 resources lost for the Zerg player. 34,000 compared to 22 out of Smile. I mean, we look at this list of lost stuff. 126 Hydras, 61 Roaches, 22 Ravagers, 3 bases, 4 Queens, 39 drones. Again, Smile took his shots as well. He lost 7 Thors, 22 SCVs, 17 Hellbats, 3 Banshees, 23 tanks. Is a whole lot of 10 tanks. A lot of 10 tanks, but it really came down to this right here. There's 126 dead Hydras. Game time really relied on those Hydras for DPS and the range that they had to deal with the army that Smile had. But the tanks with the +3 attack were enough to one-shot them, so they started falling very quickly. Liberators one-shotting them as well with their upgrades. Actually, two-shotting them, just kidding, with 75 damage on the Concord Cannon. Hellbats doing a full 39 damage versus Light when they were upgraded. Hellions doing 25. I mean, everything that Smile had here was just calculated against Hydras. The exception being Thors, which again take 2 shots to kill the Hydras. Not very efficient that way, but look at this dude. 26 kills on him. Hero of the match for sure. Whew. All right, so that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit the subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.